So we all know I love to read. So today I thought I'd talk about some of my favourite books. This maybe isn't all of them, but I'd say these are like a key four that I have enough to talk about for a video. And I really love them. So let's get into it. First up, we have The Secret History. Obviously, this is the Dark Academia Bible, so you've got to love it for that whole aesthetic reason. But then also, it's just such masterful writing. I should reread it soon, actually. The way in which Donna Tartt sets the stage for this story, and then we just watch these characters completely unravel. Oh my god. It's just done so incredibly well. Like, I will always marvel at how she pulled off this incredible story. Watching these people lose their minds so slowly and painfully, it just, 10 out of 10. It's one of those books that it just works in every way. Like, I really can't fault anything about this book. In every single relationship between the characters, there's so much you can unpick and look into their souls with. She creates this world that we know it is a cautionary tale, and we know from the start that it's gonna end in flames, but yet it's so enticing to be a part of, even though you know how dangerous it is, that lethal romanticization of life and crime. I often see sometimes people talking about how these characters never face the consequences of their actions, right? At least in a legal sense. And how that is kind of just peak whiteness and upper class activity. But I think that's kind of also the point. Like, it's true to life. Realistically, if something like this did happen, if anyone was going to get away with it, it would be these rich liberal arts kids. Yeah, I love this book. It's one of those books that really is just worth the hype. I know it's included in every single reading list ever, but it's one of the best books I've ever read. And I think about it probably at least once a day. Next up, we have My Year of Rest and Relaxation. This book, this protagonist, it felt like I was living vicariously through someone who just lets every intrusive thought win and feels no remorse about doing so. I don't even know how to describe this book. It's kind of absurd and ridiculous, but it's so captivating. Like, when I started it, I couldn't put it down. I sped through it really quickly. So it's just one of the most fascinating main characters I've come across. It's like a car crash. Everything is just so... She doesn't think anything out. She just makes horrible decisions, but you kind of can't stop watching. I don't know. It's a very bizarre book, but it's a real gem. If you haven't read it, I really, really recommend. I would really like to reread this soon, actually. This is the problem with reading so much and having so much on your list, is like forcing yourself to like get through all these new books and finding books that you love, but then also wanting to revisit the things you love, but like not making enough time for it. Next up, we have The Book Thief. Again, this is a book that is truly worth the hype. I feel like it's really famous, and it is for good reason. It's truly a really, really beautiful novel. This is actually the only book I have read which has made me full-on ugly cry, which I can be quite an emotional person, and I do cry a lot. Like, if I'm watching something, I can very easily cry, but reading, I don't usually get that response. But this book was definitely the exception. I was sat in the hallway at school reading it one time. I just fully ugly crying, bawling, snot running out. Disgusting. But that's how sad this book is. It's such a richly crafted story. There's just so much detail and like interweaving narratives. It's also narrated by Death, which adds kind of a sort of unique flavour to the way the story is told. And it's also kind of from a historical perspective that you wouldn't normally maybe think of when you first think of this period. It's set in like Nazi Germany in World War II. It introduces you to so many characters and just builds them up in this like really beautiful way, and all their relationship, just to have it like shatter your heart by the end. And it's so devastating but so beautiful. Truly heartbroken by some of the things that happen in this book. And then lastly today, The Hate You Give. So I read this during the Black Lives Matter movement in 2020, but I had seen the film already before reading it. I saw the film when it came out. I really enjoyed the movie, but I liked the book a lot more. This book goes into a lot of detail about the troubles faced by a lot of young people and also families in the Black community. I remember reading it, and despite how heavy the subject matter is, I was able to still find humour in it, in the way of its relatability, and honestly seeing a character that I could relate to who faced the struggles of like having to code switch and having white friends who don't understand certain issues that you are facing or that your community is facing, having them not understand certain issues that are just a part of your identity that they've never had to think about. So obviously reading it at that time as well made all of this really heightened, made all of those feelings heightened. So I really connected with the book. That is it for today. Thank you for watching. Happy Vida and goodbye. See you tomorrow. Bye.